Well, welcome back, everybody. You join me for part 5 of the Project Goodsall Maria Grace College 1975 record player. The last time we chatted was actually on the 24th of December. Gosh, that's a long time ago. Because so it's today is the 17th of January, so that's quite a while. But the weather has been really nasty. Loads of rain, very cold, and putting that with the fact that we're now in lockdown 3 in the United Kingdom hasn't really helped. So I haven't been able to get out here. And also I was waiting for a new part, and the part you're looking at is the this cog here, this velocity cog here. It's actually got its small C-clip stuck to it, obviously. So I bought a new one because I was concerned that, I don't know if I discussed this, but this one, the original one, might have been slightly damaged in me trying to get it off the record player deck, the Garrard SP25 Mark IV. And so what I did, I found another one. I found a guy who was selling these on it was one of my sort of hypotheses really, on eBay. And my theory was that because I tried to prize it off, in doing so, because this is a very light alloy, aluminium, I may have inadvertently damaged the actual the flatness of it, so it wasn't laying flat, and it was catching, the little prowl here was catching on the turntable, the inside of the turntable, where it has to, and constantly turning the thing on and off. It wouldn't actually, and it was ending up that it wasn't actually resting in the right place. That was my theory, that was my hypothesis, and I've actually been proved right, because I actually purchased another one. It was only about £3 or £4, so it was worth doing that, and I've swapped it out. And I'm going to show you how it works now. There is a slight improvement. There's still some work to be done on this machine, which I'll talk to you about as we go along. But the first thing I thought I'd do is put the turntable back on again. So this is the turntable. I'm going to put that back on there. It's a bit like learning on the job, some of this really sometimes. I mean, I have done loads of these before, so I was a bit... Excuse me while I try and get it in the middle then. Right. So I'm going to play you a record. I'm going to play you On the Slow Boat to China, which is by the Larry Clinton and his orchestra, and the vocalist is Helen Lee, and she sings really nice with the Dopsy Dobblers, I think they're called, on this Brunswick label. So have a little listen first, and then we'll have a discussion afterwards, and some more fun as well. So here we go.
you on a slow boat to China, all to myself alone.
Let's see what happens, guys. Yes. Okay, success. So, okay, fine. That's brilliant. So, what's happened there is, I'll just move the microphone. Okay, so we can definitely say that the new cog is doing its job. It's still a bit sticky when it starts up, and also I've also noticed that when you want to eject the deck halfway through the record, it still goes back, comes off, and then goes back on again. So there's still not 100%. Also, just to say that the tracking is it's just not tracking particularly well. I've got the weight right on 5 and also the counterbalance fully on down there, so there's still some bit work. So I think I'm going to swap out that cartridge for another one at the end of the day, but we're getting there. So okay, so that's that. So next to that, you probably might have noticed that I've got another deck. And I like to make sure, let me just turn this off a second. I like to make sure that in case that wasn't the answer, I thought I'd buy myself another Garrard. This is the Mark III. So this is the one, this deck came out before this one. This is an upgrade to this one, and so with the Garrard. So I bought this one, and when I looked at the description, the guy I bought it off, it said they're fully functioning, fully operational. That means it's fully working, no problems at all. And I thought, really nice. It's in a really nice box. It's quite unusual, this, because it's actually got a Philco Ford label next to it, and I thought that's a bit unusual. So I don't know whether it was a collaboration between Ford and Philco with the separates at all, but yeah. So it came in this quite nice wooden case, which is quite good, and so it came also with quite a nice cartridge. I'm not sure what make of cartridge that is, but it came with that as well. So yeah, similar way of sliding in here on the cartridge. So it arrived. I unboxed it and brought it straight out here to the workshop, plugged it in, and sort of tried up, linked it up to the amplifier, test amplifier. And apart from a few noises, which is quite normal because it hadn't been used for a while, it's got some old-fashioned RCA plugs on the end there, which, anyway, but I thought, well, fair enough. Well, it was okay until, of course, I wanted to make sure that that it was going to, that it would lift off the record. And to my dismay, it was as seized as the one that this record player. So I thought, well, that's not really good enough. So it's completely seized, and I need to unseize it. And I'm going to probably unseize it in a different way this time, using heat and not try and force it in any way, because obviously they're very quite sensitive to warping, those cogs. I couldn't believe that I'd spent something like I think it was £25 on this one. As well, so it wasn't that cheap. It wasn't like £5 or something that I just spent, and I could just fair enough. So I got back onto it to the guy, contacted him direct, and said, like you can through eBay, and said it wasn't working. Sent him pictures of it not working, and then he then has given me a full refund, which is fine. Mine is the postage, which is hardly anything. So I've got a full refund. So I've actually got myself a free deck, because he said, well, why don't you just see if you can fix it? And I thought, well, that's not an answer I want to hear. I bought it in good faith, and it said fully operational. You're misleading me by saying that. So I have got my money back. So I've got another deck here, which I'm going to see if I can free up, because this would then swap out to go into there. And then, so there was like a backup arrangement I was going to have on that. So, yeah, I'll be coming back. So I'm plagued with record players that don't work, and obviously clearly got to do some more work on that. But I just thought I'd update you today, and also don't forget to like and subscribe and pass this video on to anyone else you think might be interested. I'd love to hear your comments. I've had lots of really good comments from lots of my viewers, yeah, it was really good. So the other thing is, if you from this video and also the one on Christmas that I did about all my Christmas records, thank you very much. The other thing I didn't do on the Christmas one was to mention the fact that I've got quite a lot of Christmas 45s, which I didn't mention, but it's it's the moment's past now, but perhaps next year we'll do that. It was nice to have quite a few views as well, so it's good just to keep the channel going. So, but I hope you've enjoyed today. I hope you liked this rendition of A Slow Boat to China by Larry Clinton and his orchestra. Helen Lee's really got a really nice voice, and so yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. And I'll see you on the next video, and then hopefully we would have moved on. And also got some new news as well about the portogram. I've been having some real fun with that one as well, because that's been playing up a bit on the old deck. I think the deck thinks it's a 45 when it's a 33 and a 33 when it's a 45, and I had some real problems with that the last few weeks. But anyway, there's another story coming about that one, so stay tuned, stay safe, because we're in lockdown 3 now, which means you're not allowed to socialise with other households, and only you must work from home unless you have to go to work. And also, just to let you know that I had a COVID test on Friday, and that's a lateral flow test, which is the half an hour one, and I'm negative, which is good news. Unlike a friend of mine who works in one of the London hospitals, he's actually true to be tested positive, and so he's socially isolating. And the numbers are going up. There's over 50,000 National Health Service staff who are now testing positive to COVID. So Simon Stevens was on the television on the Andrew Marr show on BBC this morning, and so talking about that. So yeah, it's not good news. And the number of hospital admissions is also increasing. So really have to be very, very careful. But anyway, stay safe, keep in touch, and see you on the next one. Bye for now.